its way around the Valiant, and here goes the other. It's gorgeous.
I love it if you're at a Grand Prix and you can hear that going out on its rehearsal laps in the morning. Just check parents' eyes.
Yeah, this car for me, you know, it's got to be this V10.
Because it's got a bigger rear wing and 4 exhaust pipes instead of 3 on the standard car. But a glorious
see that sort of that replica-ish helmet, you know, it makes you face.
Now we're going to the world of
it looks quite lively. I think there's still a little bit of dust down on the track and see how much they're picking up.
Won one of the races. That was the first win for Lotus since 1987.
Only evolution of that record-holding car,
where they can finally start breathing. And the Alpine from 2012 is being followed up the hill by that little
3.9 litre V12
in the Manufacturers' Championship. It just shows how closely stacked the teams are. But he's got the confidence. How the car looks, it is absolutely both. To the crowd, showboating here in the sunshine and hanging the tail up, drying a bit of the dust off the corner.
Oh, lovely. All over the place.
Of course, people watching the live stream all around the world. Aerodynamically, the engine is the engine, but you can help it so much more. One should open up. He'll be there. He'll be pouncing in. Following up the field, people now thinking where they may go next. In Japan.
Also, the Aston Martin Valkyrie that Adrian Newey is driving, that's coming up to the back. This weekend. Tremendous drivers and a wonderful sound. They take it up relatively steady, Alex, for this first one, but we're going quick later. Decent result in the first race at the Australian Grand Prix. Took their first Drivers' Championship and first Constructors' Championship. As well, it was part of the Red Bull. Worked well with David Coulthard. And Max Verstappen giving everybody a lovely wave as he heads up the hill. When Red Bull finally managed to beat Mercedes.
Four-cylinder engine, all-female championship.
Taking this up there, yeah, this sports car, a real collaboration between Aston Martin and Red Bull. Very much together. Harry Benjamin earlier today about some of that and how sad that they've lost him from McLaren because he was very key to helping them. A machine originally, the first ones were built by Dallara, but then they sort of got more involved with Ferrari getting involved in the action.
Malcolm went a little bit to the right hand side of the track where it was in the shade, but it had rain yesterday. It slipped and it was
engines that were very characteristic at this sort of period. So this was mid-2005s that this was doing so well for testing.
The World Endurance Championship rules and regulations, but this car, DNA.
all sorts, and we saw earlier the CSL Batmobile, but this is a car that's now racing in the Ultra.
It's like a big cockpit for this McLaren P1.
The underfloor works.
Remember, this is the car that has the all-time...
But onto something slightly different.
Have these cars fall back out
Of the brand, and you can tell really that it's been inspired by Hypercar. Just the lines, the aerodynamics, and the
Nick Mason, who actually owns it through 10 cents, and yeah, it's all part of
effectively for track days, the ultimate 2012. You can tell especially this is a 2.4 litre V8 weaver. So this is the Renault E20 from 12 years ago, running in the livery of Scott Speed.
With the front axle, it's just such a unusual shape that you get more and more used to that.
2 years before this with Alan Jones in 1980, so James Vowsey, I'm sure, would have loved that one. To ride at Moulcom, and we just had one car very nearly going off there. It's greasy at the outside of the circuit, and again, the oversteer there, corrected beautifully by the Italians. Yielded championship victory number 3. To tackle motorbike racing and did it with such style. It was all about red and the same format. Well, in fact, the whole concept of Honda going...
another beautiful machine.
Beautiful car that used to compete against the Porsche 956. Just waiting. This is Fred Vesti, just hooking it up. Slick tyres on the front. Tyres down on the back, obviously, but it's getting slicker by the second as the rubber is filled. Just a handful of years ago. Standing as a junior single season driver at the time.
And it's being driven by Andrew Morrow, who won the
to have have here, but I think a lot of people with these cars would be a little more comfortable with more elbow space, not so much in the cockpit, just getting out on a regular circuit, but this is a tight, narrow hill climb, and respect is required.
It has actually gone as fast as 132 miles an hour in its time. It's not going to do that speed on a hillside like this.
Twirl out because he can't help being a showman.
1930s was huge, and this was one of the great classics.
And would you
I tell you what, its speed yesterday, when he went across the finish line, he was by far the fastest. It went at 100 horsepower, another land speed record machine from that period with a massive 25-litre engine. And the Ferrari heading out, the number 160, and Mason in the Ferrari 9-litre.
And you know, I love the fact that they kept this as the original, is supercharged and turbocharged. Just listen to it. It's Group B rally car.
Third time out yesterday. Now, Pat Blakeney Edwards, he's always very rapid. In the BMW 3-litre CSL
so close, I was squirming in my seat, so close to the spectacular, absolutely gorgeous, and super fast as well.
If you can believe it, as it makes its way under Montemini at the wheel. This is the most extreme Pagani hypercar they've ever had. Naturally aspirates
about 9 seconds off the fastest that we have seen so far. Chris Ward is still
12, you can probably tell by listening to the sound. Let's have a little listen as it heads up through Morecambe Corner and up the next car I can see coming up the hill.
as well. Not giving it as much welly as Francis Falconer at the wheel, but just beautiful Pagani offering.
checkpoint off the line. It's still going to be reasonably rapid, but we are seeing, as you say, more people rubbing into those straw bales, don't we?
Aston Martin now, who are here with many a car. This one is the Valor, celebrating 110 years.
3 seconds. Remember, 48.8 is still the target to beat. Back again to some of the modern
Division, and it has incredible efficiency as well. The 80-20, which were built for Le Mans, and the reason it's called Twin Tail is because it's got a removable
second position. It's still with Zinga that is leading.
Twin turbo, flat 6, 500 brake horsepower, and the car draws really from the inspiration from the iconic 90s. Now a stamp on the race. You can see the track's still pretty dusty, Ben, as it runs all very deep into Morecambe Corner, just about keeps it on the tarmac.
It's a good run.
driving this for them, the Californian based design company, Marino Franchitti.
A lot of horsepower. It has a lot of downforce. It creates a massive amount of downforce. You can see that big wheel.
The Mistral, which is now heading up the hill. These the latest offerings show for us, and the Mistral.
We can get a little bit of on board here.
Top, bespoke sculptured bodywork with that huge movable rear wing.
It's the ultimate roadster, really.
Third currently.
And following up behind him, miles an hour in that beautiful grey colour.
Historic car championship, and he loves competing in the historic. And that puts him just second. He's less than
In the rear of that Porsche Lanzanti 930 tag. Re-engineered, carbon
a very quick run. Now, it's all happening. We've got we've got the Iron Dames Lamborghini Hurricane.
Driven by Alain Prost to that 1987 Belgian Grand Prix victory. Actually, one of 3 victories. Securing that season very quickly.
As we now get ready for some more Ferrari action.
The Porsche Lanzanti 935, 3.8 litres.
Good, 5.19 seconds, but not into the 4-second mark, which is what we're kind of looking for. Let's watch up through this next section, Alice. Let's see how close to the barriers he's getting.
Yeah, nice and smooth through. Is the production volume from Porsche.
Yeah, to 77 of these, and actually
Raphael Afia, who has competed at Height
6, which was the one that was done Moby Dick.
Tricky Malcolm kicks up all the dust for the next car to find.
Both version examples developed, engineered by UK engineering firm Lanzanti. Now we've seen in an outer XP2 car designed with that.
Surely a little bit too wide. As you say, it flaps.
Kicking up dust, has to make a few corrections. Corner, does he give on the back? Kicks up all the dust, he uses all the amount of road.